Hi and welcome. I'm Marla. We're here for restorative yoga today. We're going to do a short little series, nice and relaxing. I think there's a real calling globally for quieting down, settling down, easing our anxiety, restoring and rebooting our health and our wellness so that we feel our best. So what we need today is either two blankets. You can use bed pillows, couch pillows, or any, if you have yoga blocks, you can use yoga blocks or a yoga blanket or any folded up blanket or towel. Just make sure you have two things, if not three things. So before we get started in our restorative poses, make sure you have everything near you so you don't have to disrupt yourself. So take time to go get it if you don't have anything available right next to you. So in the meantime, if you're with me, we're going to close our eyes and we're going to take some nice, long, deep, full breaths. Just taking time for real nourishment today. And restorative yoga is exactly what it sounds like. It's all about restoration. It's all about healing. It's all about our wellness. And now we have an opportunity to take charge of our wellness by taking time to practice restorative yoga and infusing that with all of our other yoga practices that we share. So let's take 3 more nice, long, deep, steady breaths, letting the pelvis sink down, letting the spine be nice and tall, heart open. And relaxing any tension in the face and your expression so we feel soft around our eyes and our lips. And we feel long and tall right up through the crown. So feeling the crown energizing up towards the ceiling as the pelvis descends. We feel these amazing lines of energy grounding and connecting us, really helping us to feel anchored today. And one more deeper breath in. And long deep breath out. And let's place hands to the heart center, dedicating our time, our breath, and our energy out there, sending hopefulness, strength, and peace, sharing all of our intentions. Full breath in. Deep breath out. And we're going to breathe in, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale a nice big circle. So just take a few breaths before we move restorative. Good, breathing in, reach up. And exhale, just pulling down. Good, breathing in, reach up. And exhale, pulling down. Good, 2 more like that, breathing in. Exhaling, good, breathing in. Exhale, good, coming to our center, letting the hands find the lap. Take a full breath in. Open into your dog back and exhale, pull into your cat or cow. And just take a few cycles here. Notice what you're feeling as you flow from side to side. Good, so we're just easing our way so that when we move into our restorative poses, we feel a little freer, a little more open through our torso, breathing in, breathing out. And let's just take 3 more, breathing in, embracing the breath, exhaling, inhaling, and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Coming right into our center, let's sit up nice and tall and just take time to unravel the legs. Give them a nice little shake out. Take a full breath in. and a full breath out. And we're going to cross opposite or find a different seat, whatever feels good for you. Full breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to walk ourselves forward. Feel free to use, I have my block under my knee, but feel free to use any of your supports. You can use your block for your hands or your head. You can stack your supports. So take time to really nourish yourself today with extras. Make sure you're warm enough. Make sure that you have everything that you need so that you can truly and fully relax. I think there's been a lot of high stress, a lot of tension, a lot of anxiety surrounding us. We're absorbing all of it. It's affected our sleep, our digestion, our mood, how we feel. So taking time to really restore, allow your body to receive the breath, to receive the energy of the pose, quieting, softening, letting go. But take 3 more deeper breaths. And nice and slowly from the back of our heart, we lift up, shoulders lift up, back and down. Take a full breath in. Take a deep breath out. Good, we're going to extend back. We're going to prepare for our first restorative pose. So you can either use your yoga blanket. If you have one, you can just fold it in half. And your other prop is going to be for down by your legs, or you can use your pillow for the middle of your mat. So this middle support in the middle is going to go exactly in the middle of your body. It's going to go right underneath where your low belly and pelvis are. So right in the center. So we're going to go ahead and get on our belly. So our back support is for the tops of your feet if you need it. If it's hard for your feet, the tops of your feet, because sometimes our ankles are tight. So if we need a little support, we can just put an extra support to the feet. Good, so go ahead and get comfortable. So settle in. So we're going to take about 10 breaths on each side together. If you'd like more time in each pose, you're simply going to pause me wherever you want, stay as long as you want, and then resume whenever you're ready to go on. So making sure that once you arrive on your belly, there's a lot of options. The arms can be a little pillow for your head, and you can turn your head one way or the other. Or you can let your head, your forehead rest into that little pillow. Or if you need support for your upper trunk or your chest, make sure that you're laying on either a blanket or a pillow so you have plenty of support. So closing our eyes here. So I love being prone. I love the opportunity to feel the heart grounding, to feel nice and settled and at ease in my low back. So feel the breath entering and exiting. Feel it fill your spine, filling everything along the way. Notice what's receiving breath. And notice what isn't. See if you can move your breathing deep through your body, as far into your body as you can. If your head is turned to one side, you're going to turn it opposite. And settling in there, making sure that everything feels aligned, that everything feels safe and healthy. so that you can truly absorb the warmth and the healing energy of the breath. Let it penetrate into your holding. Let it penetrate into your tenderness and pain. And you can always practice on a bed. If the floor is not for you or it's hard to get on and off the ground, you can set yourself up exactly the same way on a bed. Just making sure that your mattress is not too soft, that you're sinking in too deeply. So we're going to take about 5 more breaths here. So breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2, breathing in, breathing out 3, breathing in, breathing out 4, breathing in, breathing out 5. So if you're staying, put me on pause. If you're moving on, you're going to simply draw yourself up nice and slowly. We're going to come right into child's pose or downward facing dog from here. And we're going to take about 7 breaths. Take any support you need. Your knees can be closer or farther. Your arms can be forward or behind. Each one will do different things for you in your body. So notice what you need. Notice how you're feeling today. Clearing out the mind with some long, deep, conscious breaths, filling up completely. Filling into anything that feels off today. And you can even vary your poses. You can take a few moments and each really experimenting. So full breath in, full breath out, and just one more deeper breath. And then nice and slowly we're going to press into our hands and knees. We're going to come to sit on our side. So I'm going to just take a second to grab my props. So I'm going to take my blankets from here, my pillows from here. So I'm going to line them up one on top of the other, or you can use yoga blankets, or if you have a yoga bolster, that's also a nice option. So side sitting on the right side, and we're going to take a little support, if you have a third support, between our thighs. So we come into this little Z seat position. Make sure that feels safe for your knees. And we're going to bring our supports all the way up to our hip. Now here's what happens. One hand is going to go on either side of our support so that we can line up our heart and our support. We lower down and facing the knees to begin. If you want more for the neck, you can turn the other way, but make sure that feels safe for you. So supported twisting is so beneficial for digestion, elimination. It's wonderful for anxiety. It's very soothing for the mind. We feel the heart, front and back, relaxed, at ease. We feel every part of the body supported. So closing our eyes if they're not already. And breathing our deepest, fullest breaths into chest, ribs, belly, and exhale, reversing, emptying slowly. So very conscious breathing, moving in and out of the body. Good, taking time to really feel the body nice and heavy. And we're going to take about 5 more breaths together. Remember, if you want to stay and rest here, just put me on pause. So 3 more breaths collectively if you're practicing with me. And last, deeper breath in. Deeper breath out. And nice and slowly, start to press our way all the way up. Taking a moment, if you're with me, we're going to just stretch out our legs, take a second to just come back to our center here. Full breath in and full breath out. Good, so I'm going to just take my pillows to the other side. So I'm set up now for my other hip. And we can see each other. So I'm going to refold my blanket. I'm going to come back into that Z seat position. And I'm going to put my blanket right between my legs and thighs. So that takes a little pressure off my spine. Now I'm going to bring my supports all the way up to my hip. So if that doesn't feel good for you, adjust it. And then one hand goes on either side as I turn my torso towards the pillows. And I lower down. And if you need more support or less support, take it so that you're really making your pose your own. So taking time here to set up, making sure that you're nice and comfortable in your space. Closing our eyes. And just feeling the breath moving in and out on this side. Notice how that feels for you. So feeling the breath entering and exiting nice and slowly and consciously. We feel each exhale as an opportunity for really letting go, for releasing whatever we're holding, whatever energy has been held, any gripping that doesn't feel good for us, whatever we truly don't need or want. See if you can release it. See if you can find one more thing to soften and let go of. Good, full breath in, full breath out. And staying with your breathing, feeling the body start to really settle in, moving deeper and deeper into stillness. And if the mind is still active, just reconnecting to this moment in time, focusing, enhancing our ability to concentrate on the present moment, staying with it. And 5 more breaths together. And now nice and slowly, if you're staying with me, you're going to start to ease your way out of the pose, pressing your way up slowly. Remember, you can put me on pause if you want to stay longer. Giving everything a nice little shake out. Taking a full breath in and a full breath out. And now we're going to take our supports. We're going to sit in long sitting. So make sure that if you need a little lift or a support for beneath your seat, you take it. If your hamstrings or low back are feeling tight. So taking our supports right onto our thighs. I'm even going to use my block in between and build myself up even more. So sitting up nice and tall, full breath in, exhale, I'm just going to lean towards my supports. And remember, you can take your supports as high up as you need. I'm going to make a little pillow here with my hands and just releasing, letting my head be nice and heavy. I'm even going to bring my support up even a little bit higher, so that I can truly let go. And lots of breath here. Noticing where the breath can fill into. Noticing how we can bring our breathing all the way down through our low back and enter right into the back of our thighs, flushing out everything along the way, kidneys, low back space, right down into where our hamstrings attach into our pelvis and the backs of our knees. Bring a little energy all the way through the back body. Start to bring it all the way through the calves, into the heels. Just refreshing everything, refreshing the whole body. And let's take another 5 deeper breaths here. If you need to adjust your timing, please make it tailored for you. Come in or out of it as you need to. And now kicking up our breathing, taking it right across our upper back, surrendering the weight of the shoulder blades, the weight of the head, the weight of the heart. See if you can just free up everything. And one more deeper breath in and out. And nice and slowly, we're going to ease our way, lifting up, shoulders lifting up, back and down. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. So we're going to end in my favorite heart opener. So using as many of our supports as possible here. So I'm going to make a little roll with my blanket. That's going to go down for my legs. And I'm going to take my pillows and I'm going to stack them. And I'm going to take my block. If you have more supports, use as much as you have. Taking a block either lengthwise or across, maybe if you need a little extra something for the head today. And remember, if you're cold, Make sure that you have a blanket handy. This is going to be our final pose. So I'm going to guide you in, and then I'm going to leave you here. So making sure that you set your supports up against your low back. You can have a little space or right up against your back. Those will be two options depending on how your back is feeling. The support for the legs, you can play around with that. You can have full support for your legs so that everything is the same. You can have no support at all. You can have some support under your knees. So make sure once you arrive that you truly feel safe, secure, and settled. So we're going to lower down onto our back and make any adjustments once you arrive. Make sure that whatever needs support has support. And we're going to open our arms nice and wide, or you can even have a cactus arms, but that's very deep. And settling in. Start to feel the weight of the body now, the back body. Feeling the back of the head, the back of the heart, the shoulder blades starting to settle into your supports. We feel our spine, all the natural curves, but then we feel a softening within them. We feel our low back at ease and settled as the belly relaxes. You start to feel the arms and the legs nice and heavy. We feel the palms open if we want to receive. If we need more grounding, we turn our palms down. Notice what you need today. Feel the feet relaxed. And now we take 3 more collective breaths together. Inhaling, filling wide across chest and heart, long through your nice and lengthened spine and body. Everything gets a little breath, a little energy. Everything gets a nice little sweep out so that we can truly feel restored, relaxed, at ease, peaceful in our space. One more deeper, fuller breath in. And namaste, exhale.